Hi folks, welcome back to the Amazing Education channel, the Amazing Education station for you. It's not about the video, it's the information you need to know that's going to benefit you. And frankly, if people followed the advice on this channel, you would have a healthier life, more peaceful planet. We would have peace on earth. Okay, so if we could just get people to follow. Today's video is about health. Can you have health crackers? Look at this, people polluting. We've got shrimp crackers, and you have to think about what you're eating, folks. Don't just eat anything. So is this whole grain here? No, it's refined. Just take a look at the ingredients. Pretty much, if you see an ingredient list that's more than 1 or 2, maybe 3, 4 ingredients, it's a sign that you are damaging your health if that's what you're going to be eating, especially if you're going to eat the whole bag. If it's just you have a few crackers, these are shrimp crackers. You might not be familiar with that, but it's pretty much like potato chips. This would be made out of rice flour or wheat flour. Of course, potato chips are, obviously made from potatoes, hopefully. But not only that, but they're going to have preservatives, which, in small quantities, it's not bad for you. But they're going to have sodium. It's going to have refined oils, and there's probably nothing worse for health next to like beef fat. So you got refined oils, hydrogenated oils, beef fat, and then, as I said, the refined flour. So, and of course I'm talking about rice or wheat. And what happens is they remove the fiber, which is naturally in plants, and so it's what your body uses to when it's in your digestive system, it's good for your body, and it doesn't sort of clog up the way the refined flours do. So that's why you want the whole grains. And as I said, if you eat just 1 or 2, and then maybe you're eating some fish, you're eating natural fruits and vegetables, and you have just a few of these, they're crunchy, they're fun, but actually you don't need them when you have those other foods. And then you should be drinking water. If you're reasonable, maybe every once in a while a glass of red wine. They say that's healthy for you, but we have a terrible health situation in our country where people are, they say maybe 40% are pre-diabetic, and of course diabetes is going up, and it's just a situation based on our diet that we're not exercising, and we're eating maybe a lot of meats, and so it's going to lead to poor health. And then once you have pre-diabetes and you're headed toward diabetes with obesity, because you're not exercising, because of the food that you're eating, like these refined foods, well, then there you go. You've got to maybe prick your finger, test your blood all the time, and be taking some kind of insulin, maybe get surgery to install some kind of strange insulin pump in your body. Who knows? I'm not saying 100%. This is not medical advice. I'm not a doctor, but it's just obvious from the news. But a lot of people ignore the obvious, okay? They don't treat their body right. They don't exercise. And what do? They eat red meat and a lot of meat. We don't need that much meat. It's very calorie dense. Everybody, yeah, sure, you need some protein. But you know what? Whole grains have protein. That's right. You heard me. Whole grains. Beans. The so-called legumes like peanuts. Although you don't want to eat too many nuts. There's a lot of advice. What should you eat to be healthy, maybe to prevent Alzheimer's and so on. Well, you know what? almonds and other say mixed nuts, as long as they're not high in sodium. You gotta watch your sodium, and don't be eating at restaurants more than, say, once a week. You know, don't have fast food more than once a week. So I'm including fast food in restaurants, and because of the sodium problems. And you can run into the same thing with nuts, and also nuts are extremely high calorie, so don't have very much. You know, just have a couple of nuts, and you can have fish. That's healthy too, okay? So just be reasonable and go for vegetables, some fruits. Now there's a genetic difference. Some people, they really don't need sweets. Other people, they're pretty much hooked. It's genetic. So if you're one of those people like, oh, I have to have sweets, okay, substitute fruits, and look at the ingredient list on things when you go grocery shopping. And whenever it has sugar or even, I don't know, glucose or something, you don't, and please don't eat artificial sugar, artificial sweeteners. There's not enough evidence that they're good for you, and there's some evidence. For example, the chewing gum with xylitol, it can cause digestive problems, but actually xylitol and diet sodas, actually those people that drink more of those actually gain more weight than people who drink regular soda. And then of course regular soda is bad for you in the first place, so it's even worse for you. So you should be drinking water. So what you should be drinking every once in a while, maybe a glass of red wine, and you know, unless you don't care about being healthy. So some people, maybe you're just so happy being unhealthy, and you don't mind it. You don't mind having a short lifespan and lack of energy and not being happy and able to participate in sports or labor or whatever. You know, if you're fine with that, and just shortened life with bad health and bad food and little exercise, it's your life. But I'm telling you what's going to make you healthier, happier, wealthier. Okay? So, you know, listen up. I'm an educator. I'm a master educator. Usually my IQ is over 120, and so it's going to benefit you. So avoid the chips, the shrimp chips, the potato chips, the Lay's, oh, what are those funny things? Not the Ruffles. They come in a box. Oh, Pringles. You know, they have some weird ingredients in them, unfortunately. Very strange food additives. Yes, made in a factory. That's right. Don't center your life around the junk foods. Cut those out 100%. You're going to be a lot happier. You'll be more proud, and you're going to be buying clothing that makes you look a lot better, and it's slimmer. And how do you do that? Well, as I said, look at the ingredients. When you're buying food, buy food that you could pick off of a tree or a plant, or catch in the ocean. That's real food. The food made in a factory comes more in a box, and like I said, if it has more than 4 ingredients, don't buy that. Especially if it has added sugar or any sweetener, don't buy that as well. And then when you don't have it at home and you're not eating out more than once a week, then you will be eating healthy. And yes, you'll have to prepare some food or have somebody prepare it for you, and that can be more expensive. But fruits and vegetables are among the cheapest things you can get. Plus beans. Beans are wonderful. And mixed nuts, not so much, but when you look at the overall thing, you eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, and balance it with expensive fish and nuts, then you come out pretty much even. Though you probably save money. Definitely you save money when you don't eat out and you don't buy prepared food from a restaurant. So don't eat in a restaurant or get takeout, and you're going to be a lot healthier, especially because the ingredients that they have at restaurants, it's the cheapest thing that they can get that tastes decent and has the most calories. And 100% beef is the #1 killer in the United States in terms of food, beef and beef fat. So stay away from all sources of beef fat or oils. I recommend against butter and all that stuff. If you say you're struggling with weight and you never succeeded, okay, just cut out the sugars and beef sources, and there you go. You will be much better off, and probably start to lose weight. Probably. Good luck.